1 at Belgium. This track ain't flooded right now, so it's great. We'll see what happens. We got 17 drivers. Don't know what happened to the other 3. They just decided, you know what? I'm not trying to die in a rouge, but it's all right. It's good. We're good. It's all right. But yes, we'll see how the drivers do in qualifying. See who dies, who doesn't. Messes up their last time. We also start like 20% softs. We'll see. All right. See who the first one is out. Who's going to be the first one to set a time?
Looking like one of the Ferraris is going to be going out first.
Oh, I'm sorry, I'm back.
One of the Ferraris
yeah.
is going out first. It's going to be, I'm pretty sure it's PSR. Yes, it is.
Perhaps.
Oh, the Alpha Tire being out as well as the BWT and Alfa Romeo.
It's going to be Kevin.
Yeah, Kevin and the Alpha. Scooter Alfa Romeo on the mediums. Wait, did somebody get out ahead of him? Oh, PSR Brown. I didn't even see him go out. He's actually the first driver out on track.
All right. Good to know.
Yeah, both Haas's out.
Oh, just not giving two shits about that chicane. He's like, you know what? I'm good. I want good tire wear. All right. I mean, respect, valid.
I mean, I guess that's something you can do around here.
His teammate Waxrow is very close behind. You have to build a little bit of a gap so they don't mess each other up.
Yeah, coming around No Name. Of course, literally called No Name.
Yes, the lovely No Name corner. Yeah, you really want to be easy on these tires because it is extremely high tire wear here on the sauce for sure.
Yeah,
Brown
Brown
actually going ahead of Brown.
I'm just letting him by, but yeah, the tire wear is so high here because he's just taking such fast sweeping corners, you know, that just all the loads on that tire, and it's just so much for the tire to handle, especially, you know, these red Pirellis.
I mean, especially the turn after like the No Name, like the very fast left-hander, like kind of downhill. That one's so very high in tire wear for sure.
Yeah,
I mean, you would think it wouldn't be that much because of the straights, but no, corner.
I mean, luckily the straights do inevitably cool down the tires, but Wexborough is going to be the first driver. Ooh, taking it very slow around bus stop. But he's going to be starting
the next lap, gets more momentum. All right, we'll go on board with Waxrow for the first lap of qualifying here. He's going to overshoot turn 1 just by a little bit, but he's going to get on the power as soon as he can to make up for that overshoot earlier.
Yeah, just going a little bit too deep, blocking up the brakes, coming down to Rouge up to Radion now. Thank you so much for WTF1 for making that abundantly clear for the entire F1 community.
That's Radion, actually.
Alright, so Waxrow coming into the first chicane here. He's going to brake deep as possible. Just going to run the inside curve, run the left curve. Yeah, you don't want to get on the power too early because you might spin out.
Ooh, some nice high gears going through
there.
Yeah, you always want to feel like you brake a little bit too early for this corner, as it is very easy to hit deep.
Definitely the first. Oh, he's going to invalidate here and hit the wall.
Yeah, misses that apex.
That's unfortunate for him. We're going to go on Brown here. He's still on a lap. Brown's going to go through the fast left-hander. You want to go as fast as you possibly can. Just go the minimum speed there. I'm going to come into my favorite part of the track here. Third or second chicane. I don't fucking know. You're going to come around. Just use all the track possible. Keep up the minimum speed on these 3 corners here. Get a great exit because this exit matters a lot. He's going to get a slipstream here from his teammate. They could be talking. Waxrow is going to give him a nice toe on the back straight here.
Oh, absolutely
nice.
Beautiful.
Very nice. But Waxrow is going to have to get out of the way soon. Waxrow getting out of the way just in time. Hopefully he doesn't mess up the chicane. Goes in just good enough. Good rotation through the corner. Get on the power a little bit too early. And he validates the lap, unfortunately. Okay, Kevin went in the pits. Who else is going to be our first Joe invalidates as well. Who's going to set the first time? A lot of people invalidating here. Our first time is going to be Danny Rick with a 41.5 and then gets demolished. Well, not demolished, but 2/10 faster from Barabbs here on the Ferrari. So a lot of people invalidating their first lap, actually. Align, one of our championship contenders and race winning, 41.5, just beating Danny Rick.
Sanchez a little bit off the pace with 142.3. Only driver down in the 42s for now.
Definitely gonna have to improve that for sure. The Red Bull of Edu sending a 41.6, not too far off. P2.
Yeah, the Red Bulls right next to each other, 4 and 5.
And Fern, one of our race winners, sending a 41 flat. Just blowing everyone out of the water. Making the Align and Danny Rick's time looking slow. It is the first lap. We don't know the true pace of everyone. Could be many mistakes in those laps. Especially Mercedes, like the other one. That 42.3. Him coming out of the pits, trying to save next time.
Krispy's teammate's going to come around the bus stop. His head is first lap, good enough for P7, 141.669 or 699. Krispy invalidated his lap, and so he went back into the pits.
I'm surprised Chris was actually racing because he told me he barely bent his knee. But I mean, if you have a good setup for your throttle, it's not too bad. Or brake, I don't know which one it is, but can't expect too much from him. But everyone really needs to make sure they do not invalidate the next lap because you can only get 3 runs here. I mean, unless, like 3 timed runs for sure. I mean, unless you go 2 laps on the same tires, it is possible. But then again, you risk invalidating the next one since starting on older tires. So it is all up to the risk.
Yeah, the last thing you want to do, especially on this track, is start on, 5% older tires because you really do feel it through the corners, through the second sector when you're racing around everybody, and the dirty air doesn't help on the first few laps.
It really does matter because the strategy here is usually a soft medium, and the mediums get very old if there's no safety car at the end. So the softs at the beginning, they do matter. It does play a part. Like that extra 5% can really throw you off at the end.
Kevin's going to be out because had his first lap, though.
McLaren and the Haas and the racing car.
Yeah, and the McLaren's on out lap. So right now, I believe Kevin's the only one on a hot lap.
Luis has an invalidated lap. Unfortunate for him. Where's the Haas? Which Haas is going? I think it's Baxter. No, it's Brown. Brown, I guess, just coming out of the pits. Kevin seems to be on a hot lap here.
Yeah.
Going nice into the first chicane, using as much curve as... Does he back it out?
No, he's had a purple sector 1, which is very nice.
That was
so
very...
far.
Nah, he's backing out. Yeah, he's backed out. Yeah, he was going way too slow through that. He was barely going on throttle.
No,
Interesting from him. I don't know why he would back out.
He's not backing out. What do you mean?
Oh, he's not. I swear. Like, you...
No.
No, that was...
No.
Looked like he was. I mean...
No.
I'm just surprised. He just was... It took way too long to get on the throttle in that first scan. But, nonetheless, it is going to be a clean lap.
Yeah, for now, hopefully commentator's curse doesn't kick in. So that's a purple sector 2. Quote-unquote purple glitch, sector 2,
We'll see, yeah.
It's still nonetheless something nice to see, on the screen. Just some nice purples here or there, He's already coming to the final chicane, though.
We'll see what he can do. Just go ahead and nice over the curb. Using 3rd gear for the last part, interesting. I mean, good work. Straight line on the exit, and he's going to set a 41.4.
Good enough to beat his
time, I have to say.
Yeah, good enough to beat his teammates, so definitely a good time so far with about 9 minutes to go into session.
There's a little bit more grip at the moment. Align did set that like the first run, but we'll see. The line's going to set is another time. He's going to start one soon. Just right here. He's going to go all the way to the end. Get a good exit off of the bus stop here. Setting up for the next lap. He's going to go down into turn 1 here. Just try and get a nice apex. Gets a nice apex. Hopefully gets a nice exit there. Yeah, you really want to have a great exit turn 1 because it matters so much. Goes through all the way Rouge to Camel Straight. We have a Red Bull slow on the Camel Straight here.
Lewis sets a lap time of a 141.38, good enough for P3.
Hopefully a line doesn't get held up here. So I held up by the Red Bull that is not on a lap. Red Bull should be getting out of the way soon of Edu or could pick up a penalty. Danny Rick is out of the race. I'm not sure what happened. He's on the... So yeah, out of qualifying. He binned it right there, as you can see on screen.
Ooh,
just lost some traction
in the
on
second
the chicane.
sector.
Get back with the line here. Yeah, successfully passed Edu, but I'm not sure if Edu held him up or not. Yeah, line's definitely gonna have to hopefully improve by a few tenths. Should get him up to P3 or P2. We'll see. But Fern, great first lap. No one's even close. We'll see where Danny Ricks falls down to with that 41.5. Line's gonna come around the last chicane. They're gonna go across the line. He's gonna set a 41.2. That's good enough for P2, but still 2 tenths off of Fern's first lap. And yeah, PSR Brown setting a 41 flat, a few hundredths faster than Fern's first lap. But Fern, right? He said that was his first run, last grip. Surprise! We'll see what Fern can do, how much he improves by. But that is nonetheless a very good lap for Brown. There's Fern, still on the pits. All right. Yeah, Barab's here on a hot lap. Going around the second chicane. Sorry, not the second chicane. Second last corner to the back straight. Hopefully gets a great exit, because, again, slow. You need the exit for a long straight. There are a lot of different setups drivers could use. Some go for straight line speed, some go for more racy setups, some go for more downforce. It's really up to the driver, but you really do need that straight line speed, especially for overtaking here. So Braps is going to come across the line. He's going to set a 41.9. Good lap from him. That's going to get him to P1. Just over just under a tenth faster than Brown's time.
Yeah, look at the Williams up into P5, improving by, I can't remember, but a lot. Let's see what Krispy is. He can do eventually. Hopefully he can crawl out of P8. In that Williams, he's about to start his lap here very soon, coming up to the bus stop chicane.
Very close times here. P9 is only a tenth off of P5. So very close.
Krispy goes back into the pits. Ooh, and
just takes out the
speedometer.
Yeah, whatever it's called. I don't know.
Speed sign. What are those even called? I can't remember now.
I honestly don't know. He's on a hot lap. Let's see.
I believe
the Renault.
Yeah.
Renault invalidated.
Oh.
She might finish
line.
Kevin
Lucas
is going to be starting his second lap, I think, or third. So Kevin's going to start his next lap. This is going to be his final lap, actually. He's not going to have enough time to come in the pits and go again. But he could go for a second run on the same tires, but it is, again, risky. You'll have older tires than everyone else on the grid.
Yeah.
Good turn 1. Going to come through a Rouge and ready on. We're already on a Rouge.
They could peek at Lucas. Lucas is ahead right now of Kevin on the track. And he's on his first hot lap, coming through no name.
Yeah, Lucas definitely needs to set a time here, or he will start last. This is a lap for this or nothing. Oh, nah, it's not looking good. He's going to lose at least 3 tenths or 2 tenths from that, while losing all the momentum there. Okay, good apex. Staying close to the track. Don't go too wide or you're going to invalidate and spin. Well, he doesn't. Just catches the car. You want to get a great exit here. Looking all right. I don't know what the beginning of the lap was, but he needs to set this. He can non-validate.
Yeah, Lucas with the setup, it seems like he has a lot of rear end, sliding out. Just getting as much rotation as he possibly can.
Kevin's driving style seems very, very smooth and collective. We'll go back.
Lucas goes into the pits.
Oh, wow.
Another
that
set
is
of
the end of his
tires.
qualifying.
Well, he can go back out.
I don't know. It'll get close. I mean, maybe.
Yeah, he'll make it. He'll definitely make
Kevin's
it.
going to come down to the last chicane here. Just using just enough curb. He's going to go into third gear, second part of the chicane here. He's going to get a great exit, hopefully. He's going to get on the DRS. He's going to come across the line. He's going to sit at 41.1. Sorry, high 1. Just good enough to beat his teammate in P5. His teammate is still in the pits. He's waiting for the last moment to go out. So Kevin, I don't know. We'll see where he stays. Because I don't know if he wants to go again. We'll see. Because he will have older tires. So it is up to him if he wants to start on older tires. But to get better position maybe. Fern is just sitting on the track. I think he's just trying to gap himself to the driver up ahead. Perhaps our provisional pole sitter coming out of the pits now. Got Krispy up ahead. I think he could be on a hot lap. No, probably not. Got the McLaren here. He's going to set his final time. Nope, never mind. He's starting one. My bad. A lot of people just on their outlap here.
The McLaren is on his hot lap.
Yep. One of few.
Yeah, most people are going to start their hot lap very soon. It's definitely going to be their last.
You really don't want to be too close to another driver because the dirty air is very bad here. You may get a good tow, but you lose way too much in the corners. So the duos around I'm seeing on the track are not going to do well. Especially like one of the Alpha or Taris. Well, it's a decent gap. We'll see. If he doesn't catch up. Got perhaps the Ferrari getting a little too close to the line. The line's going to back off just a little bit. And Kevin is in the pits. He has done his qualifying. So we'll see where Kevin's 41.17 is going to stay. Yeah, he retires from the session. That is it for him. Fern has validated his lap. So I don't know. I think that might be it for Fern. If Fern, that is it for him. His final time is a 41 flat. Dude, he's on a hot lap here. We got
McLaren.
Brown going through the
coming up to the bus stop
long
right now.
right-hander. Brown looking very good through that fast right-hander. Just keeping up the momentum. Don't want to go too wide here or you invalidate. That's good. You want to get a nice exit here. Gets on the power just good enough. Where's Perhaps? Perhaps is just a little bit further behind in the lap. We'll go on board with the Brown here for the end of his lap.
Is this time going to be good
Brown.
enough to,
We'll
kick
see.
out the Ferrari?
He's only just under a 10th away from him. From Perhaps, we'll see. Going around the final corner, he's going to cross the line. He is going to set a 41.8. Over 3/10 faster than his other time. Well, about. A little less than that, but
You mean a 140.799?
nah, it's literally a 7.9, okay?
You
Nine,
said
right?
41, but okay.
Oh, I said 41. Sorry, 48.
No, 40.
But is that good enough to hold off Perhaps here? We'll see.
Here
Line
comes
has
Krispy, though,
validated
coming to
his
the
final
final.
lap, unfortunately.
Chicane, see what Krispy can do in his own league. On the power, nice and easy. Good enough for P3 onto the podium. But he still has to worry about other drivers behind him. Ooh, a line is
across the
invalidated.
line.
Actually. A align's invalidated as well as the DWT jumps into the pits.
Wow, Brab's only improved by like a few hundredths. Like only 300ths of a second. Brab's did not have a good lap. Brown is looking to take pole position unless anyone can challenge him at the moment. Lucas going P5 with a 41 flat almost.
Yeah, Luke is only setting 1 lap of the day, but still good enough for P5. So I think that's it. That's qualifying for you.
Yeah, unfortunately for him, Brabs did not improve good enough compared to Brown. Brown will be our pole sitter for round 10 at Spa. Great for him.
And as many people usually say, it's not always about qualifying, but rather the race. And it will definitely be a long one. Spa is the longest track on the entire F1 calendar, you know, in distance.
Brabs will definitely have the advantage in P2, I'd say, if he can stay close enough to Brown throughout the whole beginning of the race.
No matter what league it is, it's always a tricky turn to win, you know.
Yeah, we'll see if we have a 2012 certain Roman Grosjean going yeeting over a few cars. We'll see. You know, it depends. We could have a Max Verstappen dead.
I mean, we have the Halo. We have the Halo now for a reason, right?
That's true. All right, no decapitation, which is great. You love to see it. But that is our starting order for the race.
Yeah, look at that. Top 10 at least
time.
within a second, though. All the top 10.
Joe not setting a time.
Who's Joe?
Joe Mama. Alright. Oh. See. Wow. So people had some rain setups. We did not know this. Okay.
Okay.
This is gonna be an interesting first few laps. We got the rain.
Some intermediate rain. I mean, you know what they say, it's gonna be a wet one.
Oh yeah. I don't know. I'm gonna ask in the Discord, see if it's going to dry or not.
Oh, it'll probably dry up.
Just everyone loading in.
Oh yeah, we're not gonna start quite yet.
But very good qualifying, because they must have had some sort of wet setup. So very good qualifying from those drivers. I'm actually very surprised. So yeah, confirmation it does clear up. I'm not sure when.
Yeah, as soon as the real question. Yeah, 10 seconds until you know drivers will be, you know, going about their formation lap.
All right, so we could have had some drivers actually going for a dry setup because it is a rain for half of it. And then it does clear up about halfway into dry. So we could see some interesting strategies from the drivers here. What
is going on? Do you see what's going on? Okay, never mind. On my screen, Fern's car, like their driver, all I could see, like, the helmet was above the car, and then I could see, like, the 2 gloves. Like, it was a scarecrow, but I couldn't see the rest of the body. It was just the helmet and the gloves.
The rest of the body doesn't exist.
I know, but I thought it was pretty funny. Like, that's all I saw. It was weird. But the driver for now, you know. We got PSR Brown on pole position, pulling off a nice lap with Raps right behind him in P2 and Krispy in P3 in the Willy. Then in P4 we got
great
Fern.
qualifying from him.
Oh yeah, P4 we got Fern, then TCC Lucas in the red Ferrari. In P5 and in P6 we have Kevin and his teammate aligned back in P7 right behind them with the Renault of Mari in P8.
Merlin, I think.
There's no L.
I don't know.
Yeah, and then Edu?
Yes.
Yes. Edu. In P9 in the Red Bull. Then Lewis in P10 in the Pink Merc. Then... Oh, I'm not gonna... I can't... Do you know how to say that?
Scyther. I saw something like that. The
Down at
Williams.
P11, yeah, Krispy's teammate, and the other Willie. Then in P12, the lonesome McLaren. Then 13, Danny Richter.
Teammate.
Yeah, P13, we got Danny Rick, you know, the Aussie Honey Badger. P14 is
Luciano.
Oh,
Luciano.
It's all cap, and it's why does the inn look like that? The inn's kind of curved and weird. The TRT Sanchez in P15 with PSR Wexrow. Okay, that took a minute.
Waxrow, very surprising in P16.
Wax?
I'm not quite sure what happened to him. Wexrow.
Yeah,
Not quite sure what happened to him.
Ooh, Cho.
But,
Cho going off on gravel, cutting some grass before the Grand Prix starts. But yeah, Joe Mama F1 and down in P17, dead last.
not setting a time. Fortunate for him. Hopefully he can make up a few positions on the start. You know, anything can really happen when rain starts. So this is a no assist league. I think you actually can only have line. But, so no one's gonna have some cheeky medium track control on the start. So very equal here. See what the drivers can do. We'll see if Brabs goes for a journalist dive down turn 1 on Brown. We'll see, because
Yeah,
you know, the
see if
slipstream
Krispy
here
can,
isn't as strong. We'll see.
And see if Krispy can make anything down on the inside as well.
It's not the predicted pit strategy. I don't know why it says only enters. It was dry, but
Yeah,
we'll see.
I don't know. But do you want to have the start? Do you want me to have the start?
I do. I will have the start. Yes.
Oh yes, cheeky man, cheeky man.
I don't know what kind of view this is. Oh, there we go.
Yeah, I got some pretty bad views.
What? I've never seen this view before in my life. What is this?
Yeah, what's
All right, 3 lights. Sorry, 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights, and away we go for round 10 at Spa. Oh, we're gonna. Oh, I have no audio. That's great. That's lovely. Oh, is Brown's gonna go down for turn 1? Brown's gonna hold the inside. Oh, everyone's just being very careful, giving everyone room. No one wants to take the risk, and no one wants to spin out turn 1. Oh, everyone's getting a little close. Who's going to go side by side to Rouge? We got the Ferraris going side by side to Rouge. Who's going to back out? Lucas is actually going to back out. Think better of it. He doesn't want to risk that. Brown is pulling away just a bit from this momentum that the Ferraris have lost. Oh, the Red Bull's coming. Sorry, the Renault's coming. The Ferraris lost a lot of momentum. Is Renault going to try and make a move? Oh, Lucas, are they going to try and go 3 wide? Who's going to back out? The Renault is committed, but it's just going to not lock out. Can't keep that move. He's going to go back further. Everyone's just really staying single file. No one really wants to take a risk going down the inside and maybe getting collected and losing pretty much the race pretty much.
Ooh, the Ferrari goes wide, letting the Renault go.
Oh, a lot of people going wide that turn, that's for sure. He's going side by side. Ooh, the Mercedes getting a little over that curve, almost spinning. The Renault all over the back of Brabs. Brown is just pulling away, capitalizing everyone fighting here. I guess that is the advantage of pole position in the rain, that's for sure. Great start from the Renault here.
Oh yeah,
we got Lucas and Fern going side by side into this turn. Lucas just edges right across Fern. Lucas up to P4. Everyone just going pretty much single file.
Krispy losing out on so many positions, starting P3 all the way down to P7. But man, Mari in that Renault though, picking up 5 positions in 1 lap. Just an absolutely outstanding start.
Great start for sure.
Yeah, also, Joe has already climbed up to P13 from P17.
Whoa, Fern is completely off track. He's going on the grass. Oh, is he going to try? He's going to try to hold it. Is anyone going to dive down the inside of the chicane here? Oh, he's losing everything. He's going to lose so much momentum on the start. Oh, he's getting hit by the other Williams. Oh, and he's going to almost spin it. Oh, and he gets hit by the Williams again. Oh, my God. Fern just went from bad to worse. Completely losing everything. Could have damage. He's now in last. That is not good for Fern here. Brown still edging just further away, a 1.9 second gap. Wow. Oh, timings are all fucked up. Oh! Danny Rick smashes in at the end of Rouge. Can't believe it. He just lost the grip.
Tires out of the section, just in the middle of the track. Rage quits.
He's just, nah, I'm not dealing with this. Are we going to have a safety car? No, probably not. The AI is just probably going to drive it back to the pits for him.
Now Brown
we're
just
gonna go
lost
on,
the rear end of the car. Everything
see who
ended right there.
the winners and losers of shit. Where is it? The winners and losers of the first 3 laps here. Yeah. So like you said, the Renault up 5 positions. Crazy from P8 to P3. Lucas only up 1 position, but still good enough in the rain. That is good. Align up 2 positions. Krispy down 3 positions. He was 7th, but made a pass on Kevin. Kevin down 1 position, and the rest of the field doing very good. Like I said, Joe F1 making it immense.
Yeah, already up
overtaking.
into the points.
Yeah, he's up 7 positions. Oh, the Williams up ahead of him. Almost
Oh,
losing it. Getting a little swilly
Krispy
woolly.
lost and has wing damage now. Just a
Krispy
little bit too much
binned it
power.
on the chaos corner there. Oh my god. That's
these
not
track
good for him. His
conditions
front's going to pass him too.
Yeah, these track conditions definitely proving, you know, a big challenge for a lot of
Difficult,
these
yeah.
experienced drivers, you know.
Perhaps just not making any dent on Brown's lead.
Yeah, the wet is never easy to drive in, no matter how long you've been playing this game.
Top 4 just edging just further away from each other. Not as close as they were lap 1, that's for sure. Lucas just getting a great throttle rotation though, but getting on the throttle just a little too early. Yeah, to catch it a little bit. The line is definitely getting a better exit than him. But we see Lucas getting under threat from a line here. Oh, for sure, Lucas did not take the end of Rouge good enough.
Yeah,
Align's back.
using
He's going to
all
try and
of
make a move. He's going to use all of his DRS. He's going to try and stick it. Lucas does have the better line through this corner. We'll see. Oh, they're going to stay side by side, but Lucas is just going to have the momentum. Just the better line, especially in the wet. Oh, Align's going to go right over that curve. He's going to get a warning from that, that's for sure. Kevin back up to where he started, but he needs to get closer to his teammate so he doesn't lose the, well, there's no DRS, so it's not too bad, but slipstream does count for something. Wow, a big gap to P6, P7, 2 seconds to Luis and Kevin. So we got 2 big groups here, and then we got Fern and Krispy in the back. Unfortunately, and Luciano. I don't know what happened to Luciano. Very far behind. Oh shit, what am I saying? Krispy is not close to that. Because yeah, he had a pit, he had a broken wing. So perhaps did actually make almost a half a second dent in Brown's lead throughout this lap. See if he continues to keep up that trend. The Renault losing a little bit to the Ferrari. The gap is now 8 tenths. Used to be 5 at the beginning of this lap. Yeah, same with Lucas, just equally losing the same thing to the Renault. The line is closer to Lucas though, about 4 tenths. I mean, it's still very close, especially if they're wet. You know,
Here comes Fern
follow.
on Luciano. Ooh, has to back out. Luciano has a little bit of front wing
Luciano
damage.
going off
and he
track,
just lets
though.
him,
He's
yeah,
actually-
he lets him go by.
Yeah. He's
Luciano
like,
just has
nah,
some
man, I'm not gonna
severe
waste my
wing
time.
damage. Yeah, Krispy's gonna be definitely praying for a safety car for for the rest of the race, basically.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it is the wet. Really, anything can happen. But the Renault just getting right up to the back and perhaps made a big indent on the gap, but losing a little bit at the end.
Yeah, Brabs just gets a better exit on Radion there. You know, of course, Mari is not taking too many risks. We've already seen drivers Bennett through, you know, Radion just going so fast. It's so easy to lose the car, you know. It's just, you know, that's just how it is.
Wait, am I stupid or is the first part Radion or the first part is Rouge?
Oh, it's a Rouge going up to Radion.
Okay, yeah. Sorry, I had it backwards. Alright, yeah, so perhaps just actually taking a little bit out of Brown's lead just every single lap, but going really wide the fast left-hander, losing about just over 10 to Brown. Perhaps really needs to make sure he's consistent or he will lose the gap to Brown, that's for sure.
Yeah, Brown
trying
has
to
a lot
stay-
to worry about right now. You know, he gets the win on his hands, you know. I mean, it's Brown's race to lose, but at the end of the day,
3-second time penalty. First penalty of the race.
we'll definitely see more of those. But, you know, Brown just, all he has to focus on is, you know, driving as fast as he can, you know, driving faster than Braps. And Braps has to worry about,
Sure, yeah.
yeah, Braps has to worry about the Renault behind him and whatnot, all sorts of stuff.
Yeah, Renault really needs to try and stay as close as humanly possible to Braps.
I mean, I feel like Brown is also kind of just cruising. You know, Brown has a lot of ERS right now. Also, the rain has finally stopped, now we're just waiting. Yeah, now we're just waiting for the track to just dry off. You know, we already see kind of a dry line forming already, but you know, it's not good enough for the slicks quite yet.
It'll be interesting to see who's ambitious on going to the slicks first, thinking they can go a little bit faster. It is risky though, because one snap of oversteer you and you're dead, especially around this track. Well, it really depends where, but usually.
Yeah, because you're just going so fast. Yeah.
Yeah. Perhaps just getting ever so closer to Brown every single lap. But Brown can't focus on what's behind him. He really just needs to focus on consistency, even though he just cut the corner, but it's alright. But he is using Know Your Rest, so that is an interesting strategy from him. How perhaps is gaining and gaining. Surprise is using relatively nothing, but again, he is probably just saving for the fight. But Raps doesn't have much less. He only has 60%. So, well, only like 20% less, so it's not like Brown's going to get that much more power. Pretty much the only place to overtake is really the straight, I'd say, unless someone makes a mistake.
Yeah, but even at that, the DRS still isn't enabled yet. I believe it will be enabled at the end of lap 6.
Could be. We could. Oh, Joe F1 almost losing it, but catching it. He's using all of his ERS.
Yeah, Joe all the way up in P8. Just an outstanding drive for him, really.
Kevin, 8/10 off of Lucas here. It's funny, like 8/10 is a decent amount, but it's like the car's so spread out.
I mean, yeah, 8/10, you know, in slower racing, you know, 8/10 in, say, karting, 8/10 is, you know, not a lot. Well, I mean,
it's a lot.
Yeah, but compared to these, distance-wise, like how far an F1 car is from the other car, 8/10, that's a big gap.
Okay, well, yeah. I mean, distance-wise, of like how far a car is from another, yeah, for sure. But I mean, I don't know. Yeah, so Braps is now in, well, would be the DRS range, but it's not. He's within a second of Brown. Just edging about like 2/10 every single lap. But Brown really can't focus on that. He really needs to make sure he's consistent and just going as fast as he possibly can. Still using no ERS.
Luciano is going to be the first driver out on the slicks. On the mediums right now.
I don't know if this might work. It is still very wet. We'll see. Is he going to be very cautious through Rouge and right? Oh, he's going fully off the throttle. Almost he broke too. Yeah, I don't know if it's the time yet, I'd say.
Yeah, no, not quite yet.
Like, there's still water coming off the inters. They're still displacing a lot of water, so definitely not time for slicks. Yeah, Luciano not making a good choice of going on the slicks. Yeah, completely just going grandma speed here.
Yeah, so really honestly not a lot going on. I mean, everybody's
that's rain faces.
Really. Yeah, I mean,
whoa, we got Ferrari and
second.
Kevin very close here. Lucas and Kevin very close. They were about a 10th apart, almost side by side. Very close. Look at that throttle application. Just very smooth on the power coming on that chicane. Even in the dry, you don't want to smash it. Everyone's staying relatively close besides Joe. I mean, Joe coming from P7 last, but P17. So he's only 3.4 seconds off of Kevin. Could see him getting ever so closer. Could see
as long as he can hold this off into the dry, you know. He's looking to have, you know, just already, you know, after 7 laps, he's already having an amazing race, you know.
Oh, we got a yellow flag. It is Luciano.
Yeah, Luciano in those mediums. So really, just not sounding it.
The guy's already 22 seconds behind Krispy in second last place.
Krispy sits the fastest lap as well on those entries. You know, he's kind of just in his own little world.
Yep. So perhaps his momentum on catching Brown is sort of gone to a standstill at the moment, staying around 1 second to 8/10. Fern getting a 3-second time penalty. Not gonna help him out, but he is in 14th. Now, Luciano coming in the pits. He's like, yeah, I don't know about these tires, baby. I would just retire at this point. Well, safety car could come out, right?
Well, of course he would
He's
retire.
resilient. Something could happen. You never know. Alright. So yeah, everyone kind of just trying to stay as close as possible. Trying to be consistent.
Luciano retires. So 2 drivers so far. Only 2 drivers are out.
Oh,
but
he's
honestly,
gone.
just,
He's like,
yeah, nobody has really crashed, to retirement yet. Just people getting set up with, the track conditions and whatnot. Krispy catches the 3-second time penalty.
For sure, Danny wrecked. Well, no,
Yeah, no,
like
he retired. Yeah, he left.
But he didn't like retire crash. Never mind. He just broke his wing. I'm pretty sure. Yeah. So everyone's just trying to stay as close as possible.
He hit the wall pretty hard. Ooh,
Wow, Braps
Williams
is a lot closer to Brown here. About 6/10. Wow. Okay.
So Williams just went into the pits. Let's see what he does.
I'm very surprised he's gonna go on the slicks. Honestly, I think still even too early.
Yep, the Williams is
Alright.
mediums, it seems like.
Well, with Luciano not doing so hot, I'm kind of surprised to be doing this, but alright. Oh wow, perhaps a lot closer to Brown this lap, that's for sure.
Yeah, the
Brown could be feeling the pressure here.
A line past the Renault Mari.
Sorry, you missed that. Line obviously feeling like he's got a lot more pace than the Renault. Just going for that overtake. Yeah, so top 6 just staying close as possible to each other. And we got Joe. Second group is a little further apart, but Joe, doing his own thing. P7, great job. Very first opening, last for him.
I think the time to pit is definitely a rising soon here. Everybody will be going
Definitely soon.
mediums.
You could be seeing like, like lap 10, lap 11, I'd say. Maybe lap 12. What happened?
The car.
Oh, the Renault lost a lot of momentum. Has no ERS. Is Lucas going to try and go for a move? He does have more ERS than the Renault, but I don't know.
It's
Is
definitely
he going to be patient? He's definitely going for it. Oh, what's going on that curb there? Going to try and leave the room. Yeah, just locks up.
Yep.
Yeah, Lucas just
see how many drivers.
A lot of people going in.
Forced to stay out. I don't know if Lucas wanted to go in. It looked like he did a little bit.
Drivers feeling like it is time for slicks. I mean, I would have guessed lap 11, honestly, but it is all up to the field. I'm not on the track, so I really don't know. But yeah, so everyone going for the mediums. They're going to try and go to the end, that's for sure. Yeah, everyone's just reacting to everyone.
I feel like
chain reaction now.
Lucas really wanted to go in there. Because look, now his teammate, 2 seconds separate these two, and they're gonna have to box very soon. So who's gonna stay out? I think it's gonna be Lucas who inevitably stays out.
Oh, Brown retires.
For another 2 laps. What?
Brown is out. He spinned it at the end of turn 1. That is a safety car that just saved the Ferraris. But oh my God, our race leader, he's in the wall. If you look on stream, see, I don't know how he lost it. It was like in the middle.
Yeah,
of like the straight.
Who's exiting?
Oh, pit exit. Oh shit, yeah, that makes sense. Wow, Brown definitely not happy with himself.
Look at Krispy now diving into the pits. So this
definitely his opportunity for sure.
Yeah, this puts him back into the race. Possibly climb up, get some points. So far 3 drivers are out of 17, so that puts Krispy down into P14. Not a little bit tricky on the pit exit. This is still slick, but definitely the safety car will make the track less wet, but the track will still inevitably be pretty cold. So the 3 intermediate drivers out right now, 4, 5, 6, 7. A lot of drivers still on the intermediate.
I'd say
all the way down to P8.
I don't know. I'd say they're definitely gonna pit because it's like the safety car is gonna go out for like maybe 2, 3 laps, could be 3.
Yeah.
So by that time, it'll probably be a lot drier. So, yeah, they're probably coming now.
Even at that, it's still a lot of frustrating for these top 8 drivers. They're all on intermediates. But look, 2 teams are going to have to double stack, the Ferraris and the McLaren or Mercedes.
It's like these 2 drivers feel like they're racing and it's a safety car.
Yeah.
Like Kevin and Lucas were like almost racing. It was on the safety car. Yeah.
Let's
all
see how
coming
this
in.
double stack works for Lucas. See how much time he loses.
Well, he did
behind
gap
his teammate.
himself on purpose by 5 seconds, so he's actually.
Oh, he had to wait
stupidly
up
loses
just
a
a
lot there.
little bit. And his team takes
Yeah.
a little bit too long.
He's going softs. He's going on the soft tire.
Whoa.
Feels like he can do it. All right.
Even at that, you know,
I mean,
it
it's
was
only 12. It's like 10 laps. So
it was
it's
an
like,
okay.
It's possible.
Yeah, it was an okay double stack from the Ferrari team, but still at that, you know, Lucas at least lost, 2 seconds. He lost the position to Kevin as well.
Yeah.
Lucas
He tried to
found
gap
the
himself
soft
just
zone.
enough to perhaps so he wouldn't get held up that much. But unfortunately, he did lose one position, but he's better. I think probably would have lost it to the line if he didn't do that. So
Yeah, and
better than two.
Fern down in the P13 on the soft tires. That's just, that's the horrible part about the double stack. It's just there's nothing you can really do about it.
Yeah, pretty sure they fixed one of the big issues of double stacking in 21. So it'll be interesting to see how that works. I think it's just a lot smoother now. Cause like when you looked, right, like Lucas came in and there's no one, like he wasn't there, but he like the game stopped him and then he went. It's kind of weird.
Yeah.
So they do have different tires, that's for sure. I mean,
Two
it's
drivers
easier to
on
see
the soft.
because
Only 2 drivers.
Well, yeah,
on the
'cause
soft tire. 3 actually.
yeah,
My
Fern's on the
mistake.
2 and Waxrow, but I mean it's interesting to see it because Lucas is relatively the only one in like the position to maybe win. He's in pole position and he's on the softs, so it's interesting to see. Will he be that much faster than the medium runners? Because his tires are going to warm up much faster, which is definitely a good bonus. He will have very high tire wear at the end, but honestly, if he can just get a good gap at the beginning, it may pay off. So it is
Yeah, I
only
don't
like
know.
10
I mean,
laps, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're going to be halfway through this race now, so can the soft last halfway? Safety car will definitely be in this lap. Krispy is catching up
Next
here.
lap. It's going to be next lap.
Nah, it's going to be this lap. How much you want to bet? Gonna PayPal me $5?
Yes, pay you next lap.
No. I'm taking back the bet.
Exactly. Yeah, you know what it's all about now. Yeah, everyone just trying to keep up their temp. You don't want to wear it too much, especially Lucas. He needs to pay attention to that, but you really don't want cold ass tires at the beginning of this race, that's for sure.
Yeah, I'm definitely leaning back in my chair now, in my wooden chair,
We are gonna have hopefully better racing now that it's dry. I'm not gonna have a fucking long ass
what the
DRS
hell
train.
happened?
What?
Joe passed Mari for a little second there. Don't know why that happened. Who's in the pits?
Wide driver.
Ern?
For some reason, I think he's going medium.
Vern goes to the softs. What is
Again?
going on?
Wow.
Maybe
I
he
think
got
he's just
fitted
trying to
with the old
prolong the
softs?
safety car, I guess. I don't know.
I'm not sure, but the safety car, I believe the safety car has to come in this lap.
Yeah, I probably will anyway, regardless.
Yeah,
Maybe
but
it's
in
just
the
because the tires are
meantime-
cold. I don't know.
Well, you can always just warm it up. I mean, you can use nice agua.
So this definitely works out for perhaps Brown. It did unfortunately spin at the end of the pit exit. So perhaps we'll try to just hold on. I mean, he had more pace, I'd say, than Brown. At the end of the, I'd say, like lap 4, he was definitely gaining. So hopefully, perhaps can just hold off Kevin and his teammate.
Crispy, there it is, my bad. Pluto, you drink enough water today?
I just drank the last of my bottle.
Water is very good for you.
I actually drink a lot of water. I used to not drink a lot, which I was working on now, so I drink a lot actually now.
I mean, water definitely is very good for you. Unless your name is Brown, Luciano, or Danny Rick. Of course, the
That
water.
is true.
Yeah,
Very,
the water
very true.
did
Very
not
true.
treat
A
you
little too
very
much
well.
water. Safety car is going to be in this lap. So we are exactly halfway through the race. So we're gonna have about 10 more laps of racing. Audio. There you go. I'm gonna just try and cycle through everyone. Get everyone's on board through the start of this race.
Yeah, so Braps is gonna cross the line. And he's gonna cross the
already
line.
have
And
an
we're gonna have
incident
10
report
laps to
from
go.
Luciano.
Oh.
Discord, but apparently got damaged turn 1. Alright, so Braps is a little ahead of Kevin already. Kevin staying a little bit further back.
Yeah,
He's
we're
just
gonna be
try
off
and get on the
now,
power as soon as
though.
possible. Yep. And
Flags are gonna be
we are
dropped.
away.
10 laps
Pretty
to
big
go.
gap
Look
between
how
all the
close.
drivers.
Yeah, we go very close behind Mari. Having a little bit of
Mercedes is going to
contact
go
with Mari.
down the inside of his. Sorry, the Red Bull's going to go down the inside of Mercedes, but Mercedes is just going to get a better exit on the edge of the corner there. Wow, he's using all of his E-Res. Visually see that, that's for sure. And we're going through a Rouge and ready on. Oh, the runner going, taking a very wide line.
Mari with the
3
3-second
penalty,
time.
unfortunately. Yeah. Grabs about 6 tenths already ahead of Kevin. Kevin walking up just a little bit. See how
Makes it
Lucas,
past
how these sauce
Sanchez.
treats him. Yeah, all over the back of Edu. Edu finally did pass him on the straight. Front all over the back of Williams. So Williams is going to go, just going to overcook the corner there.
Yeah,
Fred's going to use
the
the sauce to
brakes
his
a little bit.
advantage, but he's going to have to back out. He's going to get on the exit of the second corner here, though. And he is in front of the Williams.
Yeah, Fern really
Yeah,
only
these
playing a
sauce
mental game there.
Yeah, these
Crispy.
Crispy dead. Crispy has died. Oh, that's another safety car. He just lost it on the fast left. Wait, is that the left hand? Yeah, he just lost it on the fast left.
Yeah, I think he
Going a little
caught maybe
downhill.
a little bit too much curve or something.
Must have.
Tires
I'm surprised he
overheating.
retired. Like, I'm surprised he retired. He must have smashed. Well, obviously he smashed into the wall, but the wall is very far away from the corner, so it's kind of interesting. But so that is definitely going to help out the soft runners, like Lucas and Waxer and Fern. Definitely going to help them out. Less tire wear for them at the end.
Yeah, but
So
then again, you know,
that's lovely.
another lame safety car, you know.
Yeah.
Long.
But it's dumb though, because it's like, yeah, realistically, it would be out for 2 laps, but this is a game. It should only be for 1 lap. So we are actually have the yes, we got the Mercedes.
Sanchez.
He's gonna go to the softs. I mean, yeah, he only lost about a position, so definitely the good decision.
Yeah, so far this track has, you know, claimed 4 cars, you know, Williams at Crispy, Brown in the Haas, Luciano in the Red Bull, and Danny Rick in the Tracing Point. For any of you, isn't it dark right now for you, Pluto?
What do you mean?
Isn't it
Like
dark
outside my house?
Yeah, isn't it dark for you right now?
No, it's not. It's still light.
Oh. Huh. Lovely
It's
night.
It's 9 o'clock for me, but I live in Canada. Lovely things here.
Don't you live? I don't know. Never mind. I should just shut my mouth. I live in Bigfoot area of Oregon.
It's gonna be a Boeing, a few laps.
Oh yeah, it'll go in this lap.
No, it won't. It
will.
goes in for 2 laps. No, it
It'll
won't.
have to. It will have to.
No,
What?
it doesn't, bro.
Why?
It goes for at least 2 laps.
Why
No.
would it do that?
Because the game is dumb. That's what I'm telling you.
Oh my. What cap? Oh lord.
Right, a lot of people have extra fuel. So looks like Kevin does. He's just really revving the car high. I think what they should do is like they don't like retreat the cars as fast because it's like, oh, the Williams in the pits, but like, you know, at this point it's like, oh, why are we doing another lap? There's no point, you know, because the car's not there. It disappears almost immediately. What they should do is like keep it 2 laps, yeah, but like show the car being like, you know, like covered by like recovery dude, make it more legit, so it's not agony, or whatever the fuck. Just going for a whole lap for no reason.
Well, why don't you go ahead, hit up EA, hit up Codemasters, hit up whoever, you know. Give them your idea.
Yeah, I mean it's too late now. They wouldn't have added it. They won't add it for this year, but next year probably.
We'll see. A lot of changes, especially with damage. The damage model is definitely going to be the big one for league racing.
It's going to be very interesting, yeah, for league racing.
Also, no more classic cars, which is interesting. Granted, nobody really drove those. Yeah, there's no more classic cars. And
I thought they were adding more.
Well, I mean, maybe they'll add more as a DLC, but as of right now, there are no classic cars.
It's sad. The classic cars were a fun thing to drive.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like they're not going to be in the game. They have the chance of being in the game. They've been in the game for, you know, the past how many years. I don't think that, you know, I don't think it'll come, you know, as a DLC or something like that. But, I mean,
yeah, EA will probably go, hey guys,
Remember those classic cars? Those 2014 to 2016?
$500.
You can buy them for like 40 bucks, 50 bucks if you want them.
Put your credit card here.
Yeah, I think that's what they're gonna do. They're probably gonna make something different. They're gonna add like the 2013, so not 2013's already out, like 2014 to like probably 2016.
Yeah, do you want the 2011 Red Bull? That'll be $6. Like what? Grand GP, $8. Okay. But safety car.
Nico Rosberg
2016.
$14 for ya boy.
Yeah. But safety car will be in this lap.
Yeah, you want to pay $30? You can actually use the 2014 Mercedes skin in regular league races instead of using 2021.
The Red Bull's
Alright, so we are going to have
a
a restart here for the second time. Whoa, Raps is taking a weird line, kind of compromising Kevin. It was actually kind of smart. Kevin kind of reacted a little bit, losing a little bit.
Ooh, look at Joe already thinking about making the move on Mari. Ooh. Mari locking up a lot there. Joe could possibly pass him, but he can't. He has to back out a little bit there.
Yeah, great exit from Renault here.
Ooh, look at the tracing point of Lewis all over the back of Joe, using all of his energy now. Energy going down the camel straight. See what they can do now. Lewis has the
side by
position
side.
on
Is
Joe.
Joe gonna back out? Joe is not backing out. He is committed. He's actually gonna edge just across Luis. Luis just giving him the space. Doesn't want to compromise his own race. Again, we still have a lot of laps left. People do have to think about the long game. As Lewis said, it's a marathon, not a sprint. Then he proceeded to lock up and lose the race. However, he was not wrong. Luis almost losing the car there, but he did catch it. Wow, the gaps are starting to pop up a little bit.
Ooh,
Almost a second away.
And Edu there for a second, going too wide. Here comes Fern again.
Well, Fern's gonna try. He's gonna definitely go down the inside. Is he gonna hold around? Oh no, he's almost gonna get spun. But he did save it. He almost collected his teammate.
In the back though.
Raps gets a 3-second time penalty. That could lose him the race. I can't believe it. Raps got a 3-second time penalty. That could be the race win for him. At this rate, if Kevin and Lucas just stay within even a line in the 3 seconds, you know? I mean, at this point, everyone is. But, you know, throughout the rest of the race, could be totally different, but we'll see. Oh, Lucas is getting overtaken by the AlphaTauri here. On the medium tires. Wow.
Well, look at Ito and Fern going side by side. Fern on the softer tires, making a little bit of
He's just
contact,
getting
bumping his
just a
racing
good
now.
exit.
Sanchez
He's
is
gonna-
watching all of this happen.
He's gonna have the inside turn one. He's gonna edge right. Oh, but the Mercedes is linking. Oh, maybe I can stop him. I can get at this. Fern is still around, still alongside. Are they gonna go side by side?
Fern's not backing out.
He's not backing out. He's gonna use the tire wear. Are they gonna touch? Oh, and they're successful side by side, but they lost the momentum. The other Mercedes is gonna come across. Sanchez is gonna try and edge. Get a double overtake. Wow, Edu is not letting him by. He is giving him fucking no room. He is not letting this shit go down. But he is gonna edge away. He's got the softer compound, and he gets a double overtake, getting the momentum. And
the outside.
oh, he's gonna go across.
Again.
Get a little exit. Oh, and Edu was almost gonna collect his rear, trying to go down the inside of that turn. Wow, Sanchez really really. Oh fuck, what is that? Oh, sorry. I just lost the word. What for weaving for some reason. But yeah,
some dramatic
Sanchez being
racing.
patient on the fight between Fern and Edu through a Rouge, losing the momentum. It actually happened to me in Tier 2. They went side by side with Pape in the Ferrari. He didn't leave me enough room, so he did actually spin off. But from that, I lost the momentum and lost third place because Supply Raptor behind just had the momentum. It's the same thing, right?
Yeah, look how
Risky going
fast
through Rouge.
Fraps is, though. You know, already pulling out 6/10 from that second.
Yeah.
So, I mean, of course,
that's
it is.
just-
It's his race
Yeah.
to lose for now, but at the end of the day, you know, the way he's pulling, I don't know, man.
Yeah.
DRS
He's enabled now. Oh yeah, that's the word, capitalizing. I don't know why I was blanking on it. Yeah, Sanchez just capitalizing on the fight between his teammate and Edu. Sanchez does have two laps younger tires than Fern. The soft tires aren't looking that much faster than the mediums. They're a little bit more equal, and at this
Lucas
point, honestly,
passing Kevin, as well as Luis passing Joe on the Camel Straight.
the DRS just really played into their favor. Second, third, and fourth, very close. This is a great fight. Lucas's tires are getting very old now. They're gonna be like, I don't know if I want to stay on this track, bud. You know?
Yeah,
So
could
it
we
could
also
be
possibly
bad
see a
for
few
Lucas.
team orders from Braps and Lucas? I don't know. You never know.
Probably not. Definitely not. Because, I mean, there may be 4 laps left, but 4 laps can make a difference on those soft tires. I mean, if Kevin stays just close enough, he could edge a front. We'll see. Perhaps really needs to stay focused the last few laps if he wants to get this race win, because that 3 seconds is not looking too hot for him. Luis has no DRS up ahead, so we could see just a fucking deja vu. Joe F1 trying to pass him on the Camel Straight. We'll see. Renault pretty much kissing a line bumper. Well, they don't have a bumper, it's just pretty much the gearbox.
Oh yeah, it's the red light, the rear wing, tires, and gearbox.
Align using a
Joe.
lot of ERS. His teammate doesn't have a lot, so Align is going to have the momentum down the Camel Straight. Is he going to try and pass his teammate? He is committed. Align is committed to pass his teammate, that's for sure. He's using... Actually, no, he's thinking better of it. He's noticed he's a little too far, but Kevin... Is Align going to try and capitalize on Kevin and Lucas fighting? Yeah, Lucas' tires just, again,
Look at Joe and
a little bit
Luis
now.
going side by side through the chicane. Joe had to back out. He was losing the car a little bit there.
Yeah, Fernie had 3 second time penalty. So Lucas and Align going side by side on the exit of the downhill left. Oh! And Align comes across Lucas, and Lucas has been spun by Align. Lucas all the way, he's dropping all the way down to the order. Quite unfortunate. We'll definitely review that later for the stewards, but at the moment, it is an AlphaTauri P2, sorry, P2, P3.
Yeah, so right now, what it's looking like an Alpha 1-2 until, of course, the stewards' results comes out, you know, later in the day.
Again, right, yeah. So if Align does, in fact, get a penalty later on, the Renault, he's in a good position, right? Even Luis could get fourth, right? You don't know. So, really, it's definitely got to stay as close as possible.
Yeah, but now it's Kevin's race to lose. To be honest, he's just got to stay within that 3-second gap, and also just not lose the car.
Yeah, perhaps was gaining a significant amount of time on the rest of the field, but now it's just kind of steady. It's not really going much higher. Definitely not good for Brabs. Definitely his race to fend off at the moment. Kevin really just needs to stay patient, but his teammate is not far behind, and I'm sure Align doesn't want to come second on track, so we'll see. Not on track, it's penalties.
Let's take a quick peek at Joe, see how much time he can touch Luis. You know, Joe's been really honest.
Doesn't have a lot of ERS though.
Same
with Luis.
I mean,
very
Joe
good
started last, you know.
Yeah, very good for him.
You know, whether it
beats
Luis
patient.
or not. Yeah,
I think he really needs to be patient.
It's definitely.
Oh, Orion is into the wall. Unfortunately, we did not see it. He could have had contact with the Renault. I'm not sure, but he's in the wall.
He has major wing damage.
Yeah, major wing damage. That is it for him. That is no podium. That is pretty much it for him. I think he's gonna back out and just let everyone pass.
Yeah, and Mari.
I think that's probably karma.
3 seconds. So if Luis could possibly catch Mari, Luis could, you know, possibly see the podium.
That is true. He's only 10th off at the moment. But if Joe does put the pressure on him and tries to overtake him, he will lose a lot of time. Like, especially if they go side by side on that first chicane. Oh, Joe losing a little bit there. But yeah, if Joe fights Luis too much, Luis could lose his podium. I'm sure Luis is definitely thinking about that. He really needs to edge away fast. Murley just losing the DRS on Kevin. But yeah, Kevin can't lose a second in the first few laps. So the next few laps, that's the race win. Needs to stay focused. And perhaps definitely trying to be as consistent as possible, going as fast as he humanly can if he wants this race win. Whoa. I thought he lost it there. Playing also very close to Joe. I mean, Luis is just in the front of this whole group. Everyone's got DRS behind him. You could see Joe actually trying to go here. Joe is very close, but he also has no ERS. Luis using everything he can. Yeah, he's not going to be close enough for this lap, but maybe next lap. We'll see.
Yeah, it's honestly just a winning game for now.
I'd say he needs to save just a little bit more ERS, because if Luis just uses everything and just defends the good line through the chicane, then, well, could both lose a lot. I mean, regardless, Luis will lose well, he's already losing the podium. The gap is up to 3.4. It used to be 3.1. So Murley's still in P3 right now. Yeah, all the soft runners just, their tires are just dying. I mean, Waxo is staying relatively close to the McLaren, but Lucas passing you do.
Fern, some might have happened to Fern.
Yeah.
Lost 2 positions there pretty quickly. Now he's gonna possibly lose another from the Williams. He does have that straight line speed, especially on Edu. Ooh, Edu locks up. Edu and Fern make some heavy contact. Fern has some major wing damage.
Very close.
Now.
I think the Williams is just gonna edge across Fern. Yep. Just edge right in front.
Fern has that
no
wing gap.
ERS. Oh, Fern almost into the back. Yeah. No turn-in. Pretty much it for him. I mean, it was already hit for him. He was gonna get no points for sure, but
yeah. So it looks like Mari
a little bit further behind.
Mari is really honestly just closed off that gap from Luis, but also Kevin. Kevin is still right behind Raps when it comes to that time penalty.
Yeah, cannot lose a second. The remaining of this lap and next.
So Joe has a little bit more ERS than Luis does. He's definitely going to be saving it for that camel straight, you know, on this last lap.
Yeah.
It's really going to have to, it's going to be now or never right then and there. You know?
Yeah, he definitely needs to be closer than he was this lap, because last lap he was over half a second. You need to be almost 4/10 if he really wants to have an impact on Luis.
Yeah, he also has to be careful about sector 3 with Luis, you know. Luis, you know, if it's when the last lap does inevitably come,
it's true.
You know, if Luis is right behind Joe, Luis could just easily get some nice toe down that sector 3, flat out straight, quote unquote. Obviously it takes some left-handers, but we'll see what happens.
I mean, yeah, the back straight is good, but then again, it's like in the camel straight you have a better chance.
Yeah,
like,
but look how
Joe
close
is gaining a
Joe
lot
is
here.
now.
I understand, but like he would have to make a huge dive to really take the position. So he really needs to.
Yeah,
really
Luis
needs to think
locks
about
up.
passing
Luis
on
is
the camel.
definitely under pressure for sure.
Yeah, for sure. Alright, we're starting the last lap. Perhaps he's currently in P1, but at the moment he's gonna fall down to P2 from Kevin. Kevin just needs to stay within 3 seconds, and he will get the.
I think Joe has it. Joe is so unbelievably
Joe's very close to Luis. 2/10, that's all he needs. He will go right across Luis. He just needs to cruise right by.
Right behind him.
Luis can
on
do
the outside.
nothing.
Both of them have no ERS, but it's going to be good enough for Joe to pass Luis on the last lap.
I mean, even like the only way Luis gets P4 here is if Joe makes some big error at the end of sector 2, and then leading onto the big back straight. Ooh, lockup from Joe here. But I think that gap that Joe has now is just good enough. Like I honestly, and like this is what I mean. Joe locks up into the no-name corner. Oh, he's gonna get under pressure by the McLaren. Oh, the McLaren is just not gonna let him back by. Oh, Joe's gonna almost hit in the back of him. He's gonna spin the McLaren. The McLaren almost going off track from Joe. Luis is now capitalizing on all of this. Luis is dumping out this P4 unless he makes a mistake as well. Joe is all over the back of the McLaren here. Definitely, he's pissed. Honestly, he does not want to come in the P6 here. I mean, Joe still had a good race even if he finishes P6, but I don't know. I think he's a little too far back on the McLaren.
Look at
Again,
Sanchez
he
all
also
over
has
the
no ERS.
back of Wexrow on the inside now. Gonna make the pass look easy. Ooh, he's even gonna possibly
he's
get
gonna
Joe,
go
but he
all
has
over the
6
back of
seconds.
Joe here.
Yeah, he does have 6
Joe's
seconds.
going to heavy
Perhaps he's
defensive
gonna
here.
come across the line in P1, but Kevin's gonna beat him due to penalties.
Oh, and Sanchez just edges across Joe.
Big contact.
Joe, they're gonna almost collide. Oh, Joe gets spun by Sanchez. Oh no! Joe had a phenomenal race, but it just goes to bad to worse in the last few laps. Unfortunately, oh, that's unfortunate for him. Honestly, good credit though. He had a great race at the beginning. That's unfortunate for Joe. He still gets a point though. Can't forget that.
Still gets a point though. Can't argue
He
with
still
that,
gets a point
can
though.
ya? Oh
Yeah,
my
but
gosh.
we are gonna have Kevin coming across in P1, just capitalizing on perhaps making a mistake, getting a penalty. So we are gonna have perhaps taking the win at round 10 Spa in NARL Tier 1. I mean, great race from him. He was kind of just, in the pack. He was just doing his own thing. He's never leading the race, but he was under control.
With
He was
driver of the
consistent.
day, looking like Michael Schumacher there.
Yeah, almost like he is. But yeah, unfortunate what happened to Joe. Like, I almost jinxed him. I think the commentator jinxed right there.
Commentator's
I was
curse.
talking. Yeah, I was just talking about. I was like, unless he makes a mistake,
And then
in the remaining of this
boom,
lap, it's boom. Yeah, he just locks up right at the end.
Oh, taking a selfie on the podium. There it is. Posted on the gram.
I mean, perhaps he's not going to be happy with himself getting that penalty, but he does still have a podium, so it's still good points. Pretty sure Fern is also high in the championship, so that's not good for him for this race. And Priondi, I think he's also high in the championship. But yeah, so beginning of this rain race, and then went to dry. Difficult strategy. Some people got caught out, like your boy Brown, pole sitter. Unfortunately, he DNF'd coming out of the pit straight. But that is going to be finishing order. You got Kevin in P1, perhaps P2, Burley P3, Luis P4. Just being good. We got the McLaren. I don't know how to say your damn name. I'm sorry. I'm just illiterate. P5, Waxel P6, Edu P7, Lucas P8. I mean, still good for him getting a decent amount of points, even though he got spun by a line. But a line did get karma, though. Shine Tide, fuck. He's P9, you know who he is. Joe F1 getting 1 point, P10. Starting last, but unfortunate for him, he almost had P4. He was in P4, but he just made that critical error under pressure, unfortunately. For P11, not good for him. Thicer P12, Align P13. Unfortunate for him, but he did get karma. Unfortunate for him though. He get the fastest lap. Unfortunately, won't get a point though. Crispy P14 DNF and Brown DNF P15 and Luciano second DNF P16 and Brown P17. Sorry, Danny. I meant Danny. Danny P17. So yeah, that is round 10 at Spa. Interesting last few laps.
Yeah,
Not as
lots of
crazy
drama.
as tier 2 though. Not as crazy as tier 2, I can tell you that, but lots of drama still. So that is going to be it. Stay tuned for round 11. I'm not sure where it is. I really don't know, but good race, good race.